Hey guys, what's up? What's up? What's up? Wagwan! Welcome back to Palace Kitchen Dongayadia, man. You may ask, where is Dongayadia? From here, hear the accent people. You know, say Jamaica, man. Welcome to Jamaica, man. You know what? Today, I want to take you guys into some authenticness. Yeah? So today, I will be showing you how to do your brown stew pork. And this is a Caribbean food. This is Love Island wide. Not to mention Jamaica. Yeah, man. So this is the pork. I'm using some pork shoulder. And I have a carrot, a Irish, onion, scallion. These are all the ingredients that you need. Fresh springtime. Big boy I hide so. And you know me can't live out my scotch bonnet pepper, which is a big boy. You find that only in Jamaica. I have a little piece of ginger there, like a thumb-sized piece of ginger. Yeah. Any ingredients that you don't see, I will be showing it to you as long as I am using it in the pot. This is quick, easy. I mean, nothing to for you to run to the store to get this, grab that, or to searching for ingredients. These are simple ingredients, right? All right. So I'm using some all-purpose, and that is Maggi seed behind there. I'm using some apple cider vinegar. I'm also using some browning, salt, and a little paprika. Feel free to skip whatever you see I'm showing that you don't use. I have two vinegar here and in front of me. I have the white vinegar. That is the one I'm going to use to wash my meat. And you can also use it to do a variety of things in the kitchen as well. But today I'm going to use it to wash my meat. And the apple cider vinegar I'm going to use a little when I'm cooking my pork. So stay tuned. Let's go over to the sink to wash this pork here. All right, so I need to pour a little of the vinegar. And if you have lime, you can use both. Lemon, whatever it is that you have, you can use it to wash your meat before. So you want to wash and remove any unwanted fat that is hanging around. So I want to fill this up with some water. And you know, Jamaica is where you get real authentic food. You know, sorry I'm not round the back. You know me is an outside girly and thing, but Alright, so I'm going to remove any little unwanted fat. So I want to wash and clean up our meat properly. Are you seeing that? Don't worry about that. That's the stamp of approval to let you know that Trenton is good to yam. It is good to go. So here what? I don't want to take you through this long process washing the pork. Because you know I can wash my meat more than one time. Hello, this is Miss Polly. So here what? Stay tuned. Yes, man. So after you have finished wash your pork thoroughly, the next thing you want to do is to pat dry. You don't want your water sitting on your meat. So you want to pat dry it properly to remove the excessive water. So I'm going to repeat this process. As soon as this is wetty, I'm going to throw that away and I'm going to repeat until I am satisfied that my meat is properly dry. So now that our meat is properly dry, I'm going to just put it aside and I'm going to move on over to my seasoning here. My seasoning and vegetable. Alright, So I want to just cut that. Allow some water to catch. And I'm going to go right ahead and clean these up. Alright now guys, so finish clean up my seasoning. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to just cut them up. Let me just remove the star of the show for now. Let me just put it over here and bring in my meat board right here. Lovely. Alright, so I'm going to just alright, first up I have our onion right there. Alright, that's for the ginger now. I'm not going to grate right. I'm going to just cut it and pound it. I know you don't see any garlic. I should have some garlic cloves, don't worry. I soon get that. Don't have my right knife either, but I'm working with this little one. So after you finish, wash your pork and pat dry. Alright, my pork, it was cut up at the meat house. I buy from one particular person, so they normally cut my meat for me. So I cut them up in some, it's more than a bite size, because I don't cut it too small. I don't cut it in bite sizes, because I want when it finish cook, you have something to eat. So I didn't want to cut it up too fine. Alright, so that is it for our onion and carrot. And wind. This is our lovely fresh springtime. I'm going to just lay her right there. Wonderful Scotch bonnet pepper, and we're gonna move on to our scallion. Brand this stage. This knife is killing me, but I'm working with it. If you ever see my eyes, guys, it's running water from cutting the onion and the scallion. When you want to fake ball, that's something you can do. Wow, my eyes burning me. I want to just slice the ginger. And this knife is so flimsy. I want to use the back of it if it was my regular knife. I could pound the ginger properly with my big knife. You all know my cooking knife. Mighty Jesus. I lose that cooking knife and I can't get back none like it. Wow. This one is so little and flimsy, but thank God I have something I can use. I miss my knife, man. I miss my knife. right, so we found the ginger, so we finish with those. So I'm going to just remove it and set it aside and proceed to season my pork. All right, so I am about to season my pork now, guys. And yeah, I'm doing old school, you know, like how I see my mother do. I'm doing it just like how I see mommy do it. The only thing that I'm not going to do that I grow up see my mother do is burn the sugar. Yeah, man, my mother never used to use browning, you know. You see, we come with this nice thing, browning. My mother never used to use that at all, people. My mother used to brown the sugar in her little pan, and that is what she used. So I'm adding some browning. I will tell you the amount that I use when I write the description. Alright, so what I would normally see mommy do now, she would, all of this that she cut up, she add it on the pork. Yeah, man. So this is a really easy recipe for you guys to follow. And then she would add a little piece of scotch bonnet pepper that she cut just for heat. But I don't cut my scotch bonnet pepper. I'm going to just add it whole up. I know I can cut one and put it on it. Yeah. Alright, let me just rinse my hand off right here. So normally what we do nowadays, we use spoon to incorporate our season in our meat and all of that. My mother don't do that, people. I'm going to show you exactly what she do. I'm going to show you guys exactly what she do. Let me just get my hand clean here so I can demonstrate to you. Alright, so now that my hand is clean, what does she do now with clean hands? She rub in her season, she mix everything up. Everything she mix up together, peeps. You best believe it. So you know that season well rub in. And then you want to leave this for like a 2 hours or so. Or you know, overnight marination is the best as well. So we're going to leave this for more than 2 hours. I'm going to just cover this, wrap it, and just put it back in the fridge until I'm ready to cook it. Yeah, man, so she use her hand and rub in her seasoning, man. Massaging everything. You're lucky all the Irish now they pan it too. Are rubbing in it. We nowadays worry about if we peel the Irish and leave it, the Irish will discolored, which is true. My mother wasn't thinking about that back then, or saying nothing about that. When you see she in her outside kitchen there, whoa. Yeah, man, so this is it. Well, jelly in my people. Alright, here what is missing, and I'm going for it right now. Some pimento berries. So I'm going for some pimento berries, because normally she would add her pimento berries to her meat right away. She don't wait. She don't wait to do that. She don't wait until it cook or anything. Alright, so I'm adding a few pimento berries. And you best believe it, say I'm going to rub that in all over again. And you know the next thing that I would see she do, she would use her hand and taste. She would taste her hand, put her hand to her mouth and taste it. But I'm not join the part there. I'm not going to the part there. My grandson, when I'm baking, he would taste the things them. When I finish, rub the things them also. My son do it to the little one. Alright, so this is it now, guys. When my mother finish with her chicken now, this is what me see she do, like, pull the time and she do so, like she, yeah, man. So I'm going to wrap this now and I'm going to just set it aside and leave it to marinate for probably about 3 or 4 hours. Alright, so put it back in the fridge if you're going to leave it overnight. Remember, overnight marination, 24-hour marination, that's the best one. Alrighty? Boom. Alright, so now that this has marinated, yeah. Alright, so you notice, guys, that I forget to put my garlic cloves, but it's not a problem. I'm going to just put it on it right about now. So let us just unwrap this. Look at that, how lovely it look. Alright, so I'm going to just pound my garlic. Can't stop talking about my knife, You know when you have something money good? Because if I'm a big knife now, me just crush him, people. The knife is flimsy. Take every strength out of me if you crush it with this knife here. But nevertheless, we get it done, Alright, so we're going to add it. You can go ahead and mince it up too before you add it. Alrighty, so what I want to do now is to, you can see right here, I'm going to just leave my stove, put my pot on. I'm going to add a little bit of oil, because what I want to do, I want to brown, I want to finger my pork before. Alright, so I want to sear my pork before I brown stew it. But the thing is, guys, I'm not using a lot of oil because despite the part of the pork that I'm using, it is not fatty or anything like that. It's still going to produce oil. You get what I'm saying? And I don't want too much oil on my stomach. So we just want something so that the pork don't itch in the pot. Alright, like a tablespoon, Alright, so what I would normally see my mother do again. So I will forever talk about my mother because she's the person who taught me how to cook. So we are going to allow our oil to continue to hot while we come over here. Alright, so what I would normally see my mother do now. Let me tell you what I would normally see she do now. Watch what I'm going to do. This is her procedure now. In getting off the season of the pork. This is what she would do. I'm just rinsing off my hand and stuff. So, give it a few while our oil is getting hot over there. So what she would do now is to use a fork and she would use her hand. And that's why the washing of your hands is important. And it used to be to my mother too as well. May God rest her soul. Alright, so she would just box off the season and she make sure she have another container to drop the pork in, because in searing your pork you're not going to add it to the pot with the seasoning. on it with the skelly and the time and all of that. So you would have to. So that's why I do my own different, because I think this is too much work now. Or sometimes this is what she do now. She just go like this at the side of the pan. And she use a fork. She would normally do that as well. But you know, she do it fast, you know. I do it so slow like how me I do it. Lick it off, right off. Shake it right off. You know, like when you're frying your chicken and you want to shake off the excessive flour after you have dipped your chicken in your flour mixture. You want to shake off that excessive flour off it. That's the same thing we are doing here. Want to shake off all of that season. All right, so I'm not going to let you see all of this because I don't want the video to be too lengthy. So this is the last piece now, guys. Right, and you just shake him off, you know. Boom's right over there, so guess what? We're going right over to the pot right about now. Just to add this to the pot. So you want to do it in batch, all right? But what happened now? I am not, you see, true, I don't want a lot of oil. I'm not going to do it in batch because I don't want to fry it. I want to just stir everything together. I just want for everything to go in the pot at once. So we are going to just allow that to just to get a little stir. Yeah. Alright now guys, so while we are searing our pork, this is my Irish. Just finish peel it. Alright, so you can go ahead and add it. Alright, let's go into the pork. So as I mentioned before guys, you can do your own in batches. You can probably use a little bit more oil than me. I don't want to have to use too much oil that I'm going to have to throw it out back out of the pot. I didn't want that, so I just use that just a little bit. Because the pork is still going to spin its own oil. You best believe it, yes or no. Although we clean off all those unwanted fat and all of those, it's still going to spin its own oil. So you see that it's coming on really nicely, golden brown. We're giving it some more time. Alright. So this is it now guys. You need to show that our pork is brown and nice. Alright, so what I want to do now, I want to add some water. Now that everything here up and all of that, you add a little water. But as I said guys, you can do your own in batches. Why I did mine like this? Because I didn't want a lot of oil. I didn't want a lot of oil. So that's why I did mine like this. And if you notice the pot hasn't had, I should have shown you, I should have shown you guys. I should have shown you the little bit of oil that the pot has in it. And that is what I'm aiming for. So what I'm going to do basically now is just to cover and allow to cook. So yes guys, checking in with the stew pork. I did not put any more water on it. This is the only water, the first water that you guys saw I put on it. I haven't put any more on it, so this is looking really lovely. So we want to add half of our season to the pot right about now. We're gonna add the other half when it is fork tender. So ensure that your garlic and your ginger come out in this first half. Alright. So we want to incorporate that. So what we want to do now is to add a little more water. So we're going to go ahead and add some more water. Then I'm going to just cover and allow to continue to cook. Checking in with our pork once more. Alright, so now we're going to add the other half of our season to our pot. You see that gravy already? I should use a spoon and show you guys. That's the half a season that I add to it, That's what give it that body. Alright, so you can use soy sauce. If you don't want to use browning, you can use soy sauce as well. Alright, so we are gonna add the rest of our season. And we're going to wash out this pan here. I have to. Can't let all of these goodies waste. So I'm going to just add just a little water in my pan. Alright, so what I want to do, I want to add also my vinegar as well. And that is some apple cider vinegar. Alright, so I want to spray on this water just to get out everything that is in our pan that we season our meat in. And we're gonna add it as well. So we are simmering it. When you first add the first batch of water on your pork, you turn up your stove gauge, bring it to a boil. As soon as the water dry out to somewhat, you need to turn down the stove gauge and just allow it to simmer and take its own time and cook. So we just add the rest of our season, and I'm going to go ahead and add my big boy right on top there. Alright, so at this point you should go ahead and taste your pot. Taste and make the necessary adjustment. If you want to add a little more salt or a little more black pepper, a little more all-purpose, whatever it is that you need to add, you need to taste and adjust. So I'll just allow to simmer for now. Alright guys, so this is finished. I turned the stove really low. I turn it down. Use a bigger fork so you can see what is happening here. You can go ahead and mix a little cornstarch. If your gravy is not thick, as how you want it. You mix a little cornstarch to give it a little body. I did not do that. My Irish and my carrots, that's what give me this lovely body of gravy here. Yeah man, so this is it, our Jamaican stew pork. Brown and pretty and nice. Easy to make, easy to make. So at this point, you want to turn your stove gauge down and low and allow it to just simmer and jelly in. So the next time you see this, I'll probably just plate it in a plate, let you see. But this is it, guys. Yeah, this is it. If you don't want to add any Irish or carrot, you don't have to. Feel free to take off what you see I use and add on what you want to use. Remember, what Miss Polly always tell you guys, you are making it for your likings and your family likings. Alright? Don't forget to like, share, and comment on the video. Appreciate it. Alright, we're going to turn the heat off now. So this is it, guys, our lovely brown stew pork.